Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahawah, and his son's name is Yahawashi, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akali from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is general topics. Alright, it's really based on the new year name that has been declared by the elder apostle Tahar, the year of turning, Salakio, the year of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai, turning up, the year of turning up. Alright, and that's through the Spirit, man. Last year, the year 2021, it was the year of hastening onto the coming of the day of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai. So we hasten the day every single day, and that's something from day one, you know. But now this year, 2022, has been deemed the year of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai turning up, and I, more than anything else within me, man, hope that Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai turns up this year. All right, that Yahawashi comes to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel this year, that we enter into the kingdom this year. You know, this is what I truly, really hope for. And you know, the Spirit is dealing with the elder apostle Tahar, so this just might be that year, man. Last year was a big year in regards to the development heading towards these major prophecies, the MOTB prophecy, which is that Mark chip, the World War III prophecy, Jacob's trouble, famine prophecy, the pestilence, increasing prophecy, the famine of the word prophecy, the persecution of the elects, the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. All of these major prophecies, man, the hour of temptation, which that goes hand in hand with the MOTB prophecy. All of these prophecies, man, the chaos that will be happening in the streets, just everything, man, every single thing that is to happen on a major level, Lord willing, it happens this year. It looks like we are heading towards another Passover as well, and Lord willing, okay, another part of prophecy, important part, is the men of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai, you know, as was in the time of the book of Acts, that it happens again during these times, you know. So we have the Passover coming up, I believe in March, and Lord willing, you know, the brothers are gifted, and myself as well, Lord willing, we're gifted with spiritual powers, okay, the same way as it occurred in the book of Acts. But these are all major things, man, and it's very exciting. It's exciting to know that with each passing day, actually, that we're getting closer towards the kingdom, okay? And so now it is the year of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai turning up, and that means that all of us, as we have been doing, as we have been working on, will, you know, continue in the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai, you know. The way things are really looking, things can pop off at any minute because, you know, as watchmen of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai, we can see, man, how the pieces are in place for things to pop off on any day at this point. You know, they're still developing the central bank digital currencies, which goes hand in hand with the Revelation 13, verse 16 prophecy to verse 17. All right, so we're going to continue to watch that. They're developing that part of it very rapidly. And so we'll see how things go, man. We'll see how things go, but we're hopeful. All right, so let's jump into 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So this could be this year, the year of Yahawah Bahasham Yeshai turning up. And this is what will happen when Yahawah Shimishai turns up, man. All right. It's not going to be a time of initially, right, of what the other doctrines out there teach, specifically the Christian church, right? Teach that some rapture or some whatever before the time of Great Tribulation, whatever, man. But what's really going to be happening is chaos in the world, and then Yahawashi is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. And when Yahawashi returns to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel from the four corners of the earth, and especially out of America, Mr. Babylon, the ICBM missiles will be shot from America's enemies as well as their allies. Revelation 17 verse 16 tells you about the allies that are going to turn and burn her with fire, okay? The ICBM missiles will be heading to America, getting ready to land, and Yahawashi is going to return at the same time, and Yahawashi is going to deliver the elect of Israel, but also aid in that destruction. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 talks about that at the beginning, man. Okay, so Yahawashi and the chariots, which are called the so-called, identified as UFOs, so-called, those are the chariots of the Most High. They're coming to set fire to this place as well. So the place is going to be set. It's going to be a destructive day, man. Okay? And it will come as the Lord will come as a thief in the night, because not for us. Because by that time we would have faced persecution already. The MOTB would have been made mandatory. The hour of temptation would have come and gone already. Okay? Lots of things. And the prophecies would have all of the prophecies would have manifested by that point that are meant to happen before that, because these prophecies come and then the destruction, you see? So this is coming, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and in godliness. And that's most important to think about at this moment in time when you're thinking about, okay, where do you stand in the spirit? Where do you stand with Yahawah Shimishai? Are you moving more towards the spirit, or are you drifting away? Okay, how are you evaluating things spiritually? Are you even evaluating things spiritually if you're evaluating them, or are you being led by the flesh? Okay, you have to be thinking about all of these things. Okay, because the fight gets harder every single day, and the closer we are to the end is the harder the fight will get. And for us, man, we know that soon we're gonna be homeless. You know, soon we're gonna be fleeing persecution, which spiritual power shall come to aid us, because it will be by spiritual intervention from Yahawah Shimishai for us to be able to get through these things, the elect. Okay, because Esau Edom, who's a so-called white man, is coming with his sword, and he's coming with great wrath, and he's going to cast us out of our houses, and he's going to be like madmen sparing none. Okay, these are all things quoted from the scriptures. So we know the persecution is coming. Things are going to get much, much, much harder. Right now, things are easy. Yeah, we all go through hell. We do, mentally and physically. We go through a lot of hell. Okay? But things are going to ramp up and things are going to get worse. But we need to embrace the journey. It is a journey. It's a rite of passage that we're going through, and it has to be embraced. The sooner that it is embraced, the sooner that you can really get going. All right, we have to go through this. We have to enter the straight gate. All right, to then receive the things, you know. But of course, the elect were chosen from the very foundation. So that's just how the way the story is written. Okay. Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of Yahawah Shimishai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right. So we have to keep on evaluating ourselves, and to whether, how does it say, whether you be of the faith or not. Right. It's not only our thoughts that are supposed to reflect this, but also our actions are supposed to reflect. The actions should reflect this more so, because the thoughts are there, and you can say and speak and preach as much as you want to, but are you putting the scriptures to practice? Are you living by way of the law, statutes, and commandments? Are you living the way that you preach that we're supposed to be living? All right, that's important as well. Of course, Yahawashi knows our heart as well, of course, without a doubt. So sometimes even your intentions, you may have good intentions, but the intentions do not come off the right way. Yahawashi still knows your heart. So it's all this every single day kind of process that we're dealing with. Okay? But humility, the fruits of the Spirit, all of these things are key throughout this walk. All right? This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5. And I'll start at verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility, right? For Yahawashi resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble, right? Humility is key, one of the keys in this truth. All right, pride is not going to help. But pride is something that does exist, you know, and it exists among all of us. All of us are in this flesh. Some of us have more pride than others. The thing is that every brother has their different kind of fight. We're not all the same carbon copy print, and every single brother's journey is the same exact. Now there are similarities because you're coming into this truth and there's that same path. But every story is completely different and unique. And just being among even just one or two other brothers, I mean, you can see it, man. Okay? But humility must be at the forefront of all of our actions, our decision making, and everything, man. And when we work with humility, there are a lot of situations that can come about, and if you exercise humility in that situation, then it will, things will go along better for you than if you didn't. Okay? Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahawashi, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you, right? And that's something, man, because you see, when it is that, like, we know the scriptures, we know the doctrine, but sometimes when you're in this world and you're moving through, and depending on how the Spirit is dealing with you at that moment in time, sometimes it's easy to I wouldn't say easy. I want to try and word it as well as possible, but sometimes the flesh is leading you more than the Spirit, and then you don't remember these things. But it is always important to try and dwell in the Spirit as much as possible, to continuous. You have to constantly meditate on the scriptures, all right? And it doesn't matter how long you've been in this truth for. Okay, that's my point. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? At every single moment in time, Satan is trying to sift us. Okay? But Yahawashi is with us. Yahawashi is with us. Keeping Satan at bay. Okay, but we all are affected, but we have to keep fighting. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So you ain't going through it by yourself. Okay, every story is unique, but brothers do go through similar things. So a brother can go to another brother and ask for help, or just knowing that another brother is going through the same thing that you're going through is a comfort, because you're not by yourself. And you're not special enough, okay? Real talk, you're not special enough to think that you're so separated and so unique that whatever it is that you're going through, somebody else ain't going through. We all catching hell out here, okay? And at different levels. But the power of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Yahawashi, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Right, Khan. All right, so what we're going through, the fire, is a process of making us more perfect, and making us more perfect for when the bridegroom, who is Yahawashi, returns, that we will be found acceptable in that day. Okay? So just keep fighting, man. It's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. You can see how it's affecting brothers. There's a certain spirit that's going on right now, but we have to keep fighting and keep pushing. Because if you stop fighting, that's when you lose. All right, this is a marathon. It's not a race. And always stay ready in the spirit, man. Even if you feel like your spirit, even if you feel like you're in a sunken place, even if you feel like you're low in the spirit, keep fighting. Keep fighting and try to remain in the spirit as possible, man. Okay, so with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Bahasham, Kodesh. What about Babal? Shalom.